Welcome, sports fans, to another Face the Facts Sports Minute, which is presented by Sports Zone 101. We hope your summer is off to a great start. We haven't been with you in a little bit. The last Sports Minute that we did with you was that Bruins prediction on what was going to happen for that St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins series. We're not going to talk about that. We know what happened, so we're going to move forward. We're looking forward to their next season, which will be in the fall for 2019. On today's Sports Minute, we first of all want to let our audience know that we are in the middle of summer programs at Sports Zone 101. There's a lot of different options that you can choose to go to for this summer. We have our daily drop-in offering that's at the Civic Center in Wakefield. You're more than welcome to still show up day of, or you can sign up for the week right at sportszone101.com. We also have Austin Prep School, which is in Reading, Mass. We are looking forward to those weeks, which will be July 15th, July 29th week, and August 5th week. We also want to let our families know for other communities that we're in. We're in Tewksbury this summer. We have some programs going on in the community of Stoneham and also some other lovely towns. So we look forward to seeing you in all of those programs this summer. One of the topics that we want to cover today in our Sports Minute is the NBA. It's been crazy with how many free agent signings have happened with all these different players going to different teams. You can start with Kawhi Leonard taking his talents to the LA Clippers, and you can also look at Kevin Durant going to the Brooklyn Nets. But most importantly, if you're a Celtics fan, you get to get rid of Kyrie Irving. I think I hear the applause still from him leaving town. It's got one player that was just toxic, that did not want to play here, and I personally feel was one of the people that was responsible for this season not going so well for the Celtics. So there needed to be another player that came through the door for the Boston Celtics, and that player is Kemba Walker from the Charlotte Hornets. You're going to really like this player because, number one, he wants to play hard. He cares. He wants to be that next Celtics star and look for a championship. So that'll be exciting to have him here. You also have a lot of other movement that's gone on. Like I said at the beginning, we talked about Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. The Lakers, they have Anthony Davis now teamed up with LeBron. There was another move that just happened this past week where Chris Paul is now going to be with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Probably going to get traded, I'm hearing, to Miami. But with that whole move, you have James Harden now teaming up with Russell Westbrook. It's incredible how much movement there's been in the NBA with all these different players going all over the place. Kind of a little bit of a headache to follow where these guys truly are going, but I will say it opened up the league a little bit more, so there isn't just one powerhouse anymore. Usually it was the Golden State Warriors. Now you have a lot more parity without the league. Who's going to win the next championship? I truthfully could not tell you who it's going to be right now. We'll have to see. I do look forward to the Celtics season this upcoming year because I think it's going to be a fun team, unlike last year where it just felt like these guys didn't want to play together, didn't have the same chemistry. I think it will be a little bit of a surprise to see how the Celtics do. I do not at this moment think that they have enough, though. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of the offseason. We've reached the second half, folks, of the Major League Baseball season. The Red Sox will kick off later this week, their second half of the year, and it's going to be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers to open up. Last time the Dodgers and the Red Sox faced each other, that was in the World Series. Will the Dodgers look for revenge? Well, it's a regular season game. We'll see what happens, but Red Sox have a lot to prove. The season ended right now. The Red Sox are not in the playoffs. The Red Sox have a lot of things they need to fix. For successes in the first half, I would look at Rafael Devers and Xander Bogaerts as two of guys that really have been your identity of the base of this Red Sox team this season. Devers, what a season he's had. Sadly wasn't an all-star, which is criminal in my opinion. Xander Bogaerts, I think, has been the most consistent across the board. Here's a guy that just signed a huge contract with the Red Sox. I think he's been worth every single penny. Could it be a bargain? Right now it is. For the failures of your first half, you have to first look at your pitching staff. Your starting pitching outside of David Price, who's been, okay, pretty good, probably a B-level grade, has been a disaster. Eduardo Rodriguez has probably been the most consistent out of the bunch, but Chris Sale, The Red Sox are 6-12 when Chris Sale pitches in a baseball game this year. That's absurd. That is unacceptable. That is disgusting. Any adjective you want to put on that, go right ahead. But Sale being 6-12 when the Red Sox pitch is just, that's your ace. It cannot happen. Rick Porcello deserves a lot of criticism. Here's a guy that is up for a contract, is showing that he is not worth a long-term extension, is not worth backing the Brinks truck up for. Will he still be a Red Sox next year? Well, if he continues to pitch like this, he's going to be lucky to find a major league job. You got to look at your bullpen. There's no Kimbrel, there's no Kelly. I get it. We've moved on from those guys, but the Red Sox going into their season without two guys who gave you a lot of innings last year, who added some stability to that bullpen, has created a nightmare scenario for this team. You have zero confidence pretty much in anybody outside of Brandon Workman in that bullpen right now, that when there's a lead or there's a save opportunity, who's the ball going to? They might as well just get the guy up in the last seat in the bleachers to come and throw, because that's how much confidence I think a lot of us fans have right now in who is entering these games for the team. You have a trade deadline coming up at the end of July. The Red Sox have already said that they really don't want to come out and spend that much because they don't want to have to pay a luxury tax, which means it's millions of dollars that gets charged to John Henry. Here's my advice. Go sell one of your yachts. Go fix your baseball team. Your baseball team has plenty of talent that they should be in the playoffs again. This is a team that just came off of a 108-win season. They just won their World Series. There should be no reason why this team is struggling this poorly and playing this poorly right now. So we talked about the pitching staff. You also have your lineup. Okay, you also have Mookie Betts, who's just been a shell of himself this entire first half. A little concerned here on Mookie because here's a guy that a lot of people were thinking was going to be a $500 million player. Certainly isn't showing that this season. The Red Sox also have to make a decision. Are they going to give Mookie Betts a big contract, or are they going to look to allocate their money or divvy up their money in other areas that need attention? One of those guys should be JD Martinez. Here's a guy that has an option at the end of the year on whether he's going to test free agency again or go to or opt in for the next 2 years of his Red Sox deal. As of right now, I would say that JD Martinez should opt into those extra years on his contract, because this season's not been the greatest so far for JD. It's been good. Not going to take that away from him, but it hasn't been like the past 2 years. He's only getting older too, and it's looking more and more like he's going to be a DH the rest of his career. So overall, my opinion on the matter is the Red Sox may, if they continue to not do so great in this second half, maybe it will be time to sell. Maybe Mookie Betts is one of those players that will get traded. Because if you don't do it now, it looks like Mookie could walk out the door come the end of 2020. We want to put up a poll this week here on our Sports Zone Facebook page. We want to ask your opinion on this question because there's been a lot of speculation about Rob Gronkowski. The New England Patriots still to this day do not have another tight end that's going to be replacing Gronkowski. In case you didn't hear about it, Gronkowski announced his retirement early in 2019. However, he's keeping more and more like the door open here. So here's the question. Do you think Gronkowski will be back with the Patriots? If you think it's yes, vote yes. If you think no, his career is done, vote no. On the next Sports Minute, we will let you know what those results are, and we'll keep you posted on all that fun stuff. But go onto our Facebook page, do that poll, and we'll see what the answer is to that question there that we have for you. Again, we hope you enjoy your summer and everything. We're going to be back here with another Sports Minute soon. Check us out at all of our different programs that we have at Sports Zone this summer. And we will see you next time on another Face to Facts Sports Minute, which is presented by Sports Zone 101. I'm Nick Face. We'll see you next time.